In today's whiteboard leadership moment, I want to talk about the role of boards in a church. Now, I know there are a lot of different size churches, a lot of different styles of leadership in churches, and I'm sure we'll have other whiteboard leadership conversations about those things. But I'm going to assume that there are certain things that it doesn't matter what the size of your church is and what the organizational structure is. There are certain things that pastors and leaders want their boards to know. If you could play this role for me, it would be so helpful. The first role is a pulse taker. The first role of a board member is to know the pulse of their congregation, to know the pulse of the community, to know the pulse of our country and around the world, to know the things that are important to people and to get a sense of what God is doing and how community and culture is clashing with the church, and as well as just to know what's happening in the lives of individuals in the church. You're the pulse taker. You're representing a group of people who are part of the church congregation, and you just want to make sure that as you think through the decisions, you think through the actions of the church, that they're the best things for them to grow in their walk with Jesus. You're a pulse taker. Second, you're a soundboard and support for the pastor and for the staff. And saying this, I'm not diminishing the role of many leaders who are board members in the casting of vision and in the creating of a vision and mission of the church. But I am saying that when leadership at all levels are supportive of each other, when they're making sure that the pastor is healthy, or making sure the staff is healthy, making sure the church culture is healthy, that's a support role. And a soundboard is when leadership comes with ideas and they're a soundboard for each other. They're a soundboard for the pastor and the staff. And so if the pastor has an idea and brings it to the board, you're the soundboard. You're the ones who speak into it, who challenge it, who encourage it, who turn it into something bigger than even what it started to be. Third, you're the brakes and gas pedal of the church. You're the checks and balances for the pastor and for the staff. And so if you feel like things are moving too slowly, your job is to hit the gas pedal and to move things forward more quickly and to make decisions more quickly. If you think things are going too quickly, then your job is to press the brake pedal and say, slow down. I don't think the congregation's with you yet, and help the pastor figure out how to move the congregation forward in the dream and the vision. Most boards are policy and governance boards. They're making decisions about the structuring of the staff and the evaluation of the church. They're creating policies that make sure that the health of leadership as the church continues to move forward and expand is healthy and strong and moving forward. Here's one of the challenges of policy. A lot of churches, a lot of boards will make a policy based on one person's bad behavior. And whether you realize it or not, that's a terrible thing to do. If one person's behaving badly, you just go and approach the one person. But if you see a trend among the staff, among the leadership, among the church, that's what you create policy for, either to encourage a certain direction or to stop things from going a different direction. And then there's crisis management. This is one of the most important parts of being a board member. Is sometimes there are crises that are church-wide. And they may even involve the leadership of the church. It's leadership's role, it's the board's role to step into crisis management. I just want to say this, though. Leaders don't actually manage crisis, they lead through it. They don't manage around it. And so it's the job of leadership to figure out how do we put this in front of our people in a way they can understand and grasp that we're still trusting God in this next season of ministry. And then finally, the job of a board member is to be an ambassador and an advocate for the church, for the vision, for the pastor. I hope this is a great little tool for you to look at and say, is this what our board is doing? Is this how we're treating our pastor, our vision, our church? And this is how to be an effective board member. This has been a Converge Whiteboard Leadership Moment. To learn more about Converge or to join us, check out converge.org.